No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. What did he do? But one question. I can't help but notice your daughter is safe. That's what he just said. And yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us, Arg?
Arg.
Of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim.
Arg, I am a pirate. Arg.
Arg. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? That's what I was thinking about. Pirates are, like, considered cool and stuff these days.
No, they're not. The ones on Somalia?
No, I mean...
No,
I mean, like, 1400 pirates, like Jack Sparrow and Jack Bauer and...
Oh, okay.
Not Jack Bauer.
Whatever.
And all that stuff.
Ew, the ones...
Like, do you think...
They're dirty.
Do you think there's ever going to be a time where, like, Nazis are considered attractive and, like...
No, never, Dave.
No,
Don't
because...
even. No, never.
A lot of people say
Maybe
that...
that David Duke guy or whatever the fuck his name is.
No, a lot of people say that...
No,
that Hitler in, like, 1,000 years will be considered like Alexander the Great.
No.
Troubles
Who
you.
the fuck says that, Dave?
No, they're saying because...
Come on.
No, because
Who the fuck says that?
no, because don't say that first of all.
David, because if the Jews are dead, that's come on.
No.
Great.
The thing is that history sanitizes things.
Oh, come on.
Because I mean, like Mao Zedong isn't considered the.
Oh yeah, he was.
100 million genocide.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know where you're getting your history.
And like, but I mean, pirates were child rapists.
Yeah, I know they were disgusting.
Yeah,
and so were the Vikings.
And yet pirates freaking teach kids how to spell on TV these days.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just don't think Hitler will ever be in that capacity.
Because of modern technology and how things
bin Laden, unless you're in some ISIS school.
Do you think like people are?
Are they going to have an ISIS school for children?
There already is.
There is.
Do you think there's like it's because of modern technology and everything is better recorded these days?
I don't know. Maybe.
Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. Because I mean, there's the Red Baron who is like a pretty terrible person, and he's a fucking icon because of like Charlie Brown and shit.
No.
I think there could be a time in like 2,000 years.
I don't think so. Never.
Oh.
Never ever.
I bet they said that about pirates 1,000 years ago.
Nope. They weren't even talking about it.
They weren't talking about pirates 1,000 years ago?
They weren't talking about them being perceived as good people. They weren't. That's not something they were talking about.
Justice Minister has some kind of big problem on his mind. Why don't you try talking to him instead of me? I don't even think he's ready to acknowledge my existence yet. He's an anxious fellow, yes, but I bet he knows when to accept the truth. Would his face be so furrowed otherwise? What does one have to do with the other? Because there's like things in other countries where like stuff is romanticized.
Well, I know that happens, but it's not going to happen ever with Hitler.
Because
Sorry.
in Japan, there was like a secret police force that like killed children and stuff, and it's totally romanticized in Japan today.
Well, I don't know about that.
And that was the 1700s.
Don't know about that, but I know that Hitler will never be considered anything but a disgusting killer.
What about Stalin?
Fuck.
What about Putin?
Well, he's killed people, but it's not. He doesn't admit to it. So it's so documented.
Hello, Justice Minister.
Hitler.
Yeah. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed, that was meant for you. Okay, He admits I may go. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known you know for quite a while now, but I had no idea that they were the powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known about what? We knew about the existence of somebody who can control others. A manipulator?
Ooh.
What's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all about the huge mistake this foolish man made. Let's do it. Let's ask about this manipulator. There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top-secret investigation. Of course you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right, they don't share too much top-secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do? Do they? Tell us more. Yeah, let's find out some shit. What about that guy? Rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. Mr. Sausage Face, who looks like a fucking baby. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible.
Ooh.
Impossible? Yeah, how are they impossible? The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office. How do you know that? And the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminals acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? Insanity defense. The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. Why not insanity defense? A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Okay. Let's ask about Jones' case then. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanela has been studying these cases. He has he?
Yeah, but he still wanted you dead.
Yeah, manipulating... What are you looking... Oh, I thought you were looking at a doll for a second.
Oh.
I thought you were... whatever that is.
Dave, read.
Somebody into committing a criminal act. According to the inspector... Yeah, what happened? The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alba? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures, but what if someone else's do? That's what I thought when I first heard the theory, too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? Yeah, mistake? Is that the... Oh. Ministers... You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? Yeah, I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine, I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanel... Have we been talking in our mind this whole time?
Yes.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
So I guess that means, like, people are psychically linked if they've died?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh.
Very.
So they've been... Okay, there's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand. What's this? I don't know how to voice him without sounding like I'm having a stroke. That's not a stroke, that's a retard.
No, that's
a month ago,
a stroke.
That's a stroke?
How come your generation says a retard?
They say retarded.
But, yeah, because somebody else said a retard before.
I mean, I was making a joke just now by not saying it correctly.
Okay.
I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled! Oh no. Did he just facepalm? What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. And his head just got more chickenish. Yeah. Oh yeah, what's this?
Uh-oh.
What?
Whoa!
Whoa.
Seizure.
Oh. What's going on? This document, what am I doing? Oh no!
God!
No, I mustn't sign it! Oh shit!
Parkinson's
God!
Disease. My name is Michael J. Fogg.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Michael Vick.
No! Michael Vick would be like with doggies.
The doggies. He would be like the doggies.
The doggies. Oh my god.
Oh god, don't deliver that document! I was gonna say, he could have just put a void thing on it, but he flat out handed it to them.
He did like a little arabesque and then he went walking.
Yeah. Did he not hear him say, don't deliver that document? That's when it started. That's when all my fear and despair and suffering began. What? Oh, okay. So I'm back in his mind? Fear, despair, and suffering? Oh, now we're out of his mind. At that time, it didn't even cross my mind that I'd been manipulated. I thought I was drunk. And my memory of that, the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, eh? Signing execution orders is part of a justice minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. So you're acknowledging you're crazy. Then you should acknowledge that you're not fit for the job.
He's acknowledging that it's difficult to make these choices.
Yeah, but the next day it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanel's report on the existence of a manipulator. Yeah? And, as a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me.
I wonder why he wants to do that. Why whoever is controlling him.
That's true. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled, so in the end I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. I suppose, but it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know I should have. I was running away from the problem. I mean, they would have believed you. They had a whole facility for the theory.
Oh, here she comes.
Yeah. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. What? Wait, so if you don't withdraw the... Oh, that's her.
If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth, immediately I'm moving out.
Wow. With her...
Oh.
She's like a peacock, like trying to intimidate people with her hair going like that. And then with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. Yeah, it was a pretty shitty mistake.